Welcome, everybody, to Politics with the Princess.
Woo!
You are watching us on
a WJZZ, the coolest radio station in the world. And you can stream us from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and all social media platforms. And remember, like, follow, comment, subscribe. And again, you are watching Politics with the Princess on WJZZ, the coolest radio station in the world.
Like, he does that better than nobody else, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we just gonna let him always do that. So first, before we get started, we want to introduce our lovely guest, Jaren Totten from My Shirt Says It All, LGBT Detroit. LGBT Detroit.
Hey.
So nice to be
So
here.
I say your name 1,000 times all the time, so people like wonder who the hell is he? Who is this person she always talking about?
Well, here he is today in the flesh.
I'm so glad to be here. Hi, everybody watching and listening.
And so we're gonna dig into Jaren's life, Jaren's career, Jaren's world. And 1 second first, the topic for today. Well, we have topics for today, right? But the weird thing happened to me today. Well, the past couple days.
What happened to you, Tashawna?
You know, something weird always happens. Well, it's not really weird. It was just a light bulb went off. So you know how your storyline, all these memories come up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you know we in an election year. Mm-hmm. So when I first began, my storyline has been popping up with people who, you know, I helped win or they helped me do something or things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like a picture popped up from before I joined Team Whitmer.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a picture of us at the AFL-CIO picnic. They used to have this famous picnic at their headquarters. They used to be downtown, Detroit, 600 Lafayette, right? And I remember the Garrett family, bringing this candidate that was running for governor, right? Mm-hmm. So if you go to my Facebook, you will see the candidate.
So this is when
at
you met
this time, I was helping, what's his name? The Judge Garrett. Mm-hmm. Judge Garrett run for office. So they introduced this lady to us and said, she's running for governor. It's 2016, right? Mm-hmm. So they basically helped introduce her to Detroit. She's now, I went to work for this lady.
Yeah.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And now she's our governor, right? Mm-hmm. And so and then another timeline popped up. Well, Sam Riddle shared it with me 2 days ago, but I just saw it today. Of Mary Waters marching with us down the street. I don't know what we were doing. I don't know what we were marching in. Can't remember. But one thing I do remember is that Mary Waters was consistently there to help us win. And anything I needed, she was just a phone call away and she helped make it happen. So I say all that to say this. As I'm sharing these things and I'm saying, remember who got you where, people seem surprised. So the question today is, share a story of who helped get you where. Why is that shocking that somebody says, thank you for helping? I remember what you did, because you didn't have to do it. And those little pieces are the reason why I'm here. You know, those people that shared certain little things with you or helped you do something little, maybe it's part of your genetic makeup now, and it's the reason why you're where. So I don't ever have a problem saying, oh my God, that person did something for me. That person helped me. If it wasn't for that person, I wouldn't have this, or I wouldn't be here, or that wouldn't have happened. But people seem to have an issue doing that. Mm-hmm. Like it cringed them to say your name, or you introduce them to that person, or they try to just erase the whole memory. Why is that one? And who helped you get where? The number is 313-355-6018. I want to hear these stories.
That is crazy, because
go ahead.
Oh, you can go ahead, Jen.
You can go, Jen.
Go.
Because you was over there like, I can't wait to say something.
No. You are our guest, so you go ahead, take the spotlight.
I have, I'm fortunate to like have a lot of these stories.
Yes.
But I've recently, I have been on this kind of rethinking some things, about myself, like my health,
right,
my relationships with other people.
Yes.
Making sure I value those people.
I've been in that mode too.
Who value me. And
Amen.
Really, the thing about it sometimes is that you still have to like give props to those people that you don't even like.
No, true. That's the whole thing. Like those people where y'all just, it didn't even, end well, or you felt, but they helped you in that moment to get you to a certain place.
Yeah. So for some reason, this story popped in my head. The story of how I got to Detroit. So I spent the majority of my career in political organizing. I was with OFA, and then went on to work with HFA, and then after HFA, or Obama for America, Hillary for America, for those that are wondering, I went back to working in logistics.
Right.
Which is what I got my degree in, and I found a guy found me on Facebook from Detroit.
That's something.
Found me on Facebook and said, I'm running for city council.
Really?
Said, I'm running for city council. This is in 2017. I'm running for city council. I saw you have some organized experience. Will you come up for like a weekend and help me get the vote out?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. Black gay guy.
Okay.
And I came, and he introduced me to Curtis.
See? And now look at, we'll talk about, yes.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. But it didn't probably work out with y'all two, did it? No.
Oh,
Or
okay. Can't stand him.
Okay.
But I would not be here
if he wouldn't have said, hey.
As quickly. I wouldn't have been here as quickly.
And then spiral into me meeting you, because I met you when he was working with her.
The same, yeah. I mean, I met Tashawna before I became an employee at LGBT Detroit, before I even moved to Detroit. Met Curtis in 2017. We formed a great bond right off, and I was invited to come back and visit, and invited to come back and visit again for Hotter Than July, which is Detroit Black Pride.
Yep.
And when in preparing to come for Hotter Than July, Curtis asked me to help him get in touch with gubernatorial candidates.
Whoa!
To come to a forum during Hotter Than July in 2018. So he told me who the candidates were. Some of the candidates we had contact information for. Some of the candidates we didn't. But Google helped us out. And when we got to Gretchen Whitmer, I sent an email, and I think it was like a general info at. Right. And Tashawna responded.
Yes, I did respond.
And she was just like, give me the dates, the time, and unfortunately, then candidate Whitmer could not make it to the gubernatorial forum. But
we popped up on y'all.
Popped up on us. It was the Palmer Park Picnic in 2018, and which is the flagship event of Hotter Than July, which is always the Saturday of the Hotter Than July weekend. 10,000 people, vendors, 2 sound stages.
It was amazing.
And so all of a sudden, there's this big entourage of people in green, like you just see a sea of green.
Oh, the Governor Whitmer. I remember the green shirts.
Yeah. That's all you see. All of a sudden, just parting the crowd, and people start clapping. And I was like, "Who is that?" And then I saw the shirt and it said Gretchen Whitmer. I was like, "Oh, okay, so the candidate did come." And then I hear somebody giving directions on pictures. All right, if you want a picture, come over here. And I said, that must be the person I was talking to. That must be the person I was talking to. And so we took a picture. I was just here visiting.
Oh, we took pictures.
But, I was just here visiting. So, I took a picture.
And I didn't know at the time that he was just visiting, by the way.
I was just visiting. And so I took a picture. And I was like, oh, that's great. We got, a candidate to come. And from not being from here, I didn't know like who. I wasn't familiar with the candidate, so
and I started bothering you. I left the candidate because he was so awesome and amazing, right? Mm-hmm. So I literally left the candidate. I left the governor with Ron at the time because Ron was with us, and Ron loved it. By the way, he just loved it. He didn't even know that happened. Like, you know, that was a thing. He loved it. And he came out on our campaign. Yeah, that's when he was able to express himself and be who he was. Yeah. So I think y'all helped with that process. But I go over, he said, you're at a table. And I'm just messing with him. Because I get drawn to, like, great personalities. And then that's when he told me he's from North Carolina. But I didn't know he had to go back. And then I didn't see you for a while. The next time I saw him, I invited Curtis to the governor's house for LGBT event.
It was Pride Month, yeah.
It was Pride Month. And I was happy to see Curtis, but I was even happier to see Jaron. Like, and Jaron was like, I'm here, I'm working here now, blah, 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 blah. And I said, oh, that's the best thing ever.
Yeah. She said, anything you need.
Yeah. See, it's crazy because I kind of, it's crazy how I got into LGBT Detroit too. And again, we always want to thank the people who helped us put us in the positions we are, right? I feel like I'm internally in debt. So I was working at this organization, and it was a great organization. I had a great rapport with everybody in leadership, or at least I was under that impression. And you know, when you work at a progressive organization, it's not a strange behavior or weird behavior for, you know, people to start volunteering on campaigns. So I was really inspired by one candidate who just so happened to be a really good friend of mine, and I was just so ecstatic when I found out he was running, because it's crazy. This is my friend. He started running and he didn't even tell me. I just so happened to drive by a sign, and I'm like, oh, that's my man.
Right.
Called him up. I'm like, hey, what's going on? You running?
And right, you did. You jumped right into the He literally jumped right into the campaign. Came to the fundraiser the next day. He was like, wait a minute. He was like, I work, so I probably won't have that much time to door knock. Then next day, he door knocking every day.
Well, because what happened was we end up going into a shutdown where we can work. This is where all the remote work started beginning when we moved to the digital world. So now I have time, right? It's because as long as how my work structures we was goal oriented, and I always met, if not went above and beyond my goals. You know what I'm saying? So so I got all the spare time because I know how to time management and, you know, goal oriented. So I'm going crazy now because I'm like, yes, now I've really got the time.
Now I can help my friend.
So I'm going, and then next thing you know, the organization had found out about it, and the whole time that I was volunteering, I had clear transparency with my manager, canvas manager, my regional field director, so my RFD. So we got clear transparency, and
it's
somehow
not on work time.
Yes, and how along the way they just did not agree with my decisions and had to let me go. But that was okay because them letting me go gave me the opportunity to meet Curtis and go with LGBT Detroit. And at the time when I first got my contract at LGBT Detroit, that was the most money I've ever made in my life. You know, it was great.
And I called him out the blue.
And yes, so that happened.
Wait, Jared called me. You was calling me looking for people. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I got this guy. He's really, really good. He's really good. But then I didn't know how he would feel, you know. And I called Johnny like, Johnny.
Yeah, and again, that was my first time ever actually being in a space like that, and it was not how I perceived it. I was like, let me just give this a chance, see what's going on. Plus, Tashawna doing me a favor, you know, I might as well not turn it down.
Because it's a great place. Yeah, I said you're gonna love it.
You never want to turn down any blessings.
Or not, but I was like, Johnny, you're going to love it. And I told you it'd be a perfect match.
Yeah, because you never want to turn down any blessings. And the last time that I turned a blessing down from Tashawna, I didn't even know Tashawna. And you see where she's at now. This is in 2018 when I first started organizing. It wasn't even you. It was the lady that you were working for with the Michigan Democratic Party off Livernois. I went there and they loved me. They wanted me to work for the Democratic Party. Oh. But unfortunately, I turned them down to work for a progressive organization. You were I don't know if you.
Oh, she was. Oh no! So you got invited to join a Team Whitmer as an organizer? Yes, you did. You got interviewed and you didn't take it.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was Team Whitmer. It was just the MDP. at the time. But I can't remember her name.
Probably Dana, Shelly, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But the office was on
I
Livernois.
remember seeing your name on the thing.
And I turned it down, and then that's when I met Tashawna and Al, and I didn't even realize it. But yeah, after that I just.
But the thing is, though, before we get into our hot topics, who helped get you where? Like, I mean, my list is long, and I don't care about saying who helped get me where, because I think I feel good by saying it. Because they didn't have to help you do nothing. When I called Mary Waters to help me do senior homes, because I had to do senior homes for the governor, right? Now, mind you, I've never done a senior home. First of all, I had to do senior homes in churches. And I had this thing against campaigning in churches. Like, if you campaign in a church, I think you're supposed to stay the whole sermon, right? I think, but even though the pastor say you can go, come in speaking, some of them say you can go. It's this thing it's this thing I got. So I'm on this campaign, and we didn't have a church person nor a senior person. I'm like, I don't have relationships with pastors at the time, right? Mary Waters stepped up. So why would I not say who stepped up and poured that into me? I didn't know nothing about going into senior buildings and actually setting it up. No, actually, I did them on Garland Gilchrist's campaign. But I didn't have to set them up.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you look at Mary Waters as a mentor?
Hell yeah.
So with that being said, right, we all have mentors, and some of us have a lot of mentors, more than others. And with that being said, some mentors were more impactful in our life than others. But I also want you to highlight all of them, because the ones that may have not have done as much as others were still there and still
had. The ones that let you down made you more powerful than the others.
Even that, so you want to be able to think to think every step that you had to take, whether if it was for the good or the bad, because it's all a learning experience.
I just discovered lately that pain turns into beauty, and I mean, in the past 2 days, what I say lately, because I was sitting back reflecting some of what Jaren just said. And I was saying my most painful moments have led to such beautiful things. And that pain that I felt in that time, I would never feel that pain like that again, because I never allow it, right? But it turned to beautiful things on the other side. Yeah,
and now you can be able to recognize. So if you see that, you can have that foresight, like, oh no, I'm good. So yeah, it's all beautiful. That's what life is. Taking those bad experiences and learning how to take that energy and uplift it, use it to good energy.
Hey, look at him growing. Look at him growing. So let's dive into Jaren's life, because we really don't have that many hot topics to talk. We can just infuse them in your life.
We know Jaren, but other people don't know Jaren.
We don't know Jaren.
We
don't know Jaren. We just know Jaren, Michigan. We don't know Jaren, North Carolina, Jaren.
But before we get to North Carolina, Jaren, I want you to let people know what your role is at LGBT Detroit and some of the highlights that you've been working on and what you're currently working on.
Sure. So I serve as, I have a long title that I'll get
into. LGBT Detroit.
My official title is Social Outreach Coordinator and Legislative Advocacy Specialist. And for the most part, I run 5 programs. Hotter Than July, which is Detroit Black Pride. We are the longest running Black Pride in the world. This year we celebrated 26 years. And so I run that program. We also have a Winter Pride event called Cold as Hell.
Wow.
That is a leather kink fetish event for adults only.
The freaks come out at night.
Really?
Right.
Wait, what's the event? That just slipped me until you just said that.
It's a leather kink event.
Y'all have that event? A whole event?
Mm-hmm. They show how to have freaky sex safely.
When is that event?
It is so we film in January and then we release it in February. So it's released as
I've never known about that event.
Oh yeah. I'll send you some links.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jaren said he was featured in the last one.
I was featured in the last one. Cold as Hell, it provides education on performing, kinks and fetishes safely.
I like that idea though.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna do it safe.
Exactly. Okay. Also, I run a program called Brother to Brother.
I like that.
You like Brother to Brother? Brother to Brother started out as a regional HIV intervention and prevention program where black men who sleep with black men have frank conversations about sex, risk, and navigating the two.
But it's so expanded now.
Yeah. So it's a funded project. After COVID hit, we were in the middle of filling out a progress report for our funder, right?
Right.
And they wanted to know, what are you going to do next? And we were like, we don't know what we can do. We're locked in the house. And so I sat and thought about it, called a few friends from across the country, because everyone's at home anyway.
And they're from across the country.
And we created what we now call the Brother to Brother Lockdown. Every other Thursday, we talk about things that impact gay black men.
Yes.
All the things that impact gay black men.
And the views are incredible.
Yeah, and so we have people featured from across the world. Really, we've had people from the UK. We've had people from across the states appear, and then the viewership was really
it was amazing.
Yeah, we've so far we've been viewed in 39 states, 6 countries.
Okay.
And we've had a success in reimagining what that program can be in the middle of a pandemic.
And shout out to that, because you've had so much success in so little time. Again, as he just mentioned, this started right in the beginning of the pandemic. So being able to just switch that light overnight and just get to elevate to that level that they're still not peaking. They're still growing. Yeah. So let's just let that be known. The sky's the limit with this man. That's why he's a guest. That's why he's my colleague, and that's why we're in this in that space.
Yeah, and so Brother to Brother continues for y'all, those who are watching. It continues on the 16th. That's next Thursday. We'll be talking about gerrymandering and how it impacts the black vote. I have someone from Texas, Alabama, Florida, and Johnny will be featured. He'll be talking about the redistricting process in Michigan.
Wait, you're letting him do the redistricting process?
I'm going to try to do as good as job.
As good as you. Wait, you're letting Johnny do it?
You got to have the energy, because the energy is what really makes the presentation, So
okay.
We got it. I got it together. Hey, look. No. I'm the political prince. I can do this.
I need to be there, because I got to experience. I got to see this. Yeah. If he can do it better than you.
And
I'm going to be honest. If he can do it better,
this is.
Hey, I'm accepting all critiques.
We'll be treating the first 25 people to dinner that night.
Wow.
Get an Uber Eats gift card.
Y'all like to give away gifts. Y'all give away a lot of good gifts too, like $100 gift card. No, $200 gift cards. A lady about choked me at an event we had. She won a gift card, and she just started grabbing me, choking me, literally. Somebody, I got a gift. I'm like, okay, I want my life. You got a gift card.
Hey, sometimes we got to give back to the community, and when we give back, we like to be able to give something that's worth giving, especially in these harsh times. Because again, we're still in a pandemic. Unemployment's about to stop.
Unemployment. Okay, so next time, unemployment has stopped September 4th. The pandemic part, what were they getting? An extra 300? What was it? I don't know.
So not only that, the moratorium on evictions is over.
Oh, that is, and landlords are in the process of evicting people now. So we're like getting calls. My phone is blowing up. But with the unemployment thing, we hosted we put out this company that I'm with, that I love. We put out a request to find people who want to make $18 an hour. Now it is asbestos, become a skilled asbestos.
That the Detroit Environmental Solutions.
But, it was probably about 10 people showed up.
Yeah.
And then we're looking to hire literally 20 people. 10 people showed up, but we will keep hiring because we're growing. The business is growing, so we need more people. But I mean,
so they're cleaning the asbestos out of the building.
Yes, safely.
It's abatement.
It's
abatement
and
work.
It's safe. I just learned there, like when I'm sitting there, you cannot have a
So when
what's that? You can't have
no, you can't have a beard. You can have a mustache.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the respirator has to have a firm seal. If there's any facial hair, it's not fully secure.
I don't think I would want my boyfriend, whatever, to
without a beard.
No, I like
No,
beer.
are you talking about? You say
it's gonna be broke.
Look. No. You say that you're gonna be like, no, I don't want you doing asbestos until you see the check. You're gonna be like, you know what? Make sure you shave all your hair. You want me to get it for you?
I come from.
I mean, you get hazard. That's hazardous. Right?
So just to start off is $18, $19 an hour. Yeah, and then you become a journeyman after a year, especially when you're in the union, and they have great benefits. I highly recommend, all young people, returning citizens, and refugees.
That's what we aim for, felons. We aim for people with a felony. We had some with felonies. We had a guy that just got out 2 weeks ago of prison. He's like 54. He's a man. He can't wait to get started. It was a good turnout. I'm going to make sure I do it like every Wednesday. So if you are interested, it is on my Facebook page. You can inbox me. You're interested. I will send you the link to sign up. It's a simple process. It's actually no drug testing. So y'all we done made it so easy. For people to they can pay $18 an hour. We not even testing you for drugs.
Just to start.
It's no drug testing.
That's awesome.
Right.
That is amazing.
And it's no drug testing. And we pay for your training for you to get your certificate.
And that's like it's like $600.
$800. We pay for your certificate. So if you don't want to work with us still, you can we can't take your certificate back.
You can take that license and go elsewhere.
I'm going to this other company with the certificate you paid for.
Yeah. So let's talk about the press conference with Biden yesterday.
Let's talk about it.
About what's that six pronged combat the six prong approach to combat the COVID-19. Yeah, that's how they said it. The 6-prong approach to combat.
It's not funny because it's serious, but it's funny. But the names that they come up with stuff.
Yeah.
So
he said this is an epidemic among the unvaccinated. This is not about freedom. This is not about our rights. This is about our health. And making sure that we it was something. Take care of the people that we love and care about.
I don't know if it passed yet. They were supposed to vote on it when they're becoming the first public school system, the second largest in the country, to mandate all children there have vaccines.
I think that's smart.
The other side,
so the 12 and up, 12 and up. Of
the
course.
other side feels like but this is the tricky thing for me that I'm realizing. Y'all can tell women in Texas that they cannot have an abortion, right? Republicans, you can say you can't have an abortion, you can't kill a baby, but you better take this vaccine. It's like tricky. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think they're doing that in Texas.
No. Texas.
I'm just giving an example. No, they're not doing that in Texas. But with the vaccine thing, the other side believes you should not force me to do something that I don't want to do to my body.
Well, here's the thing about pro-lifers.
But they are forcing women not to have abortion. You get what I'm saying?
Here's the thing about pro-lifers. We're so pro-life, but we see how this virus is just killing people.
That's what it's like. Weird. That's what I'm trying to explain.
And for you to be so pro-life, you would think things like wearing a mask.
They feel that it's their freedom. I am free to not wear a mask if I don't want to. This is how they feel. Right. I am free. If I don't want a shot in my arm, you shouldn't have to come and make me do that. I don't want it. If I want to die, let me die.
No, but he's right. If you're pro-life, why are you taking all these unpreventatives to injure life and people around you?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's mind-boggling, and I don't. Maybe somebody from Texas can let us know. Do we have a friend in Texas that's I want somebody to explain that. If you're pro-life and you care about saving lives, why are you against wearing a mask? To save a life.
Mm-hmm. To save a life. And also, we...
It's like we gotta pause on this because I don't
If you're from Texas, please call in. Tashawna, you got the number?
I don't think we are. 313-318.
And if you're a Texan or lived in Texas, please call in. We definitely like to hear you.
What did Biden say was next for him?
Oh man, so he
What did he recommend?
Well,
I know he didn't say.
He recommended that all governors across the state ensure that anybody in school get vaccinated. I do believe that's what he said. Don't hold me to that. But I know he said make sure all your state workers should be vaccinated, because that's what he did. He made it a thing that every single federal worker has to get a vaccination. Before, it was either vaccine or you take the COVID test every week. Now it's all vaccine. And if you have any contracts related with the federal government, you have to ensure that your whole workforce is fully vaccinated, unless you can find other contracts.
I mean, fair.
Thank you. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
Here's why I say fair. Here's why I say fair. The U.S. government is one of the largest employers.
I agree.
Here, right? And they're working with the public, right? How are you going to be the government and you a whole public health risk?
But then you have nurses.
Thank you.
You have nurses. I was in, what was that?
Well, they don't have that. These nurses don't have to work.
No, I was in Pontiac for that forum a while back. And while I was there, nurses were outside picketing, saying that they don't want to take the vaccine. They're outside of their own hospital. These are nurses.
You can go to...
I think that draws a fear with people, because if you see a nurse, you be like, she a nurse, she ain't taking it.
We got a caller.
We have a caller. Hello, caller. How are you? You're on Politics with the Princess, with the political prince, too.
Hey, Tashawna. It's Sarah.
Oh, this is Sarah Morris.
Good to hear you.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah. I gotta say, I was glad to hear you bring up the issue in Texas with banning abortion. Because here's where I'm at. There's people. These people are saying that it's okay to ban a woman's right to have an abortion, but these same people say wearing a mask is a violation of their rights.
That's exactly how we feel. Yes. Yep. How are you gonna be pro-life but be so against it?
Here's
what I'd like to say to them. If you think wearing a piece of cloth on your face sucks, this is what I have to do now. I have to wear an N95, a surgical mask, and a face shield or goggles all at once.
Wow.
Through my whole shift.
Whoa, that's what you have to wear at work?
And it's more difficult for me because I have some minor sensory issues due to being on the autistic spectrum, so it's hard. I don't like all this stuff touching my face, but I do it because this is for my residents. Do what you have to do for your neighbor. I'm not understanding why people are finding it so hard to mandate masks in public or in schools. It's like, this isn't a violation of your rights. This is protecting your neighbor.
Oh, we gotta have Sarah on the show. Sarah, we gotta have you on the show. Sarah lives up north. Can you let everybody know where up north you live?
I'm in a small town called Ishpeming. That's in Marquette County.
And Sarah is like, she posts these great pics of her in these cool t-shirts, and we share them and people go crazy. That's her.
Wow.
Sarah Morris.
I love my Whitmer shirts. What can I say? My favorite thing to wear.
Well, so thank you for calling,
Thanks
Sarah.
For calling, Sarah.
And that's exactly what Johnny and Jaren are just what I'm trying to figure out too. So.
Definitely.
Awesome. It was good talking to you.
I can't wait to see you. Great talking to you too. She's actually just here for vacation. I missed her.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Adios.
So
yeah, so he also made a mandate. He made an executive order that any business that's operating with 100 more employees, they all have to be vaccinated as well.
Wait.
Fair.
Definitely.
Can he do that for a business?
Any business operating in the United States.
From?
No. An executive order that's saying any business that operates in the United States of America that has over 100 employees.
So that's like an Amazon and a.
that's every. But it's okay. Look, and this is what he said. There's already big businesses in school districts that are already implementing this before the and internally before the mandate. So it's not like it's anything new. So and I completely understand if you don't want to do that, then go ahead, go find another job, go to a smaller business. Don't work for the federal government. Find other contracts. Because there are plenty of jobs out there right now, and I'm telling you, there's more than there's ever been.
Right.
Yes.
So my Wendy's down the street.
Hey, look! The Wendy's is hiring at $18 an hour. $18. Wendy's is hiring at $18 an hour. Not even management position. Cook. So listen, it is more jobs than ever, and they are paying more than ever.
Wendy's is hiring at
18. What you about to give up the advisor?
No, but I'm just shocked. Wendy's?
Yeah.
I mean, go flip a burger.
Shut up! How did you say that so classy? Go flip a burger.
No, because I'm trying to tell you, if you're not getting any money right now, it's because you don't want to get any. Work. Yes, that's all I can say.
I think unemployment people got some people, not all people.
I won't say that. I won't say that. I push back on that for a little bit because now, what's happened in the middle of this pandemic is that the employee has been put into a position of power up until a certain point to say, you have unsafe working conditions.
Yep.
You don't pay a livable wage.
That's true.
I'm not coming back to work. And so they're mad.
I think Bernie Sanders probably happy now. What was he pushing for? What was the wage?
The $15 an hour. Yeah, the fight for 15. But look, and that's why we have such high wages now, because they were not passing the fight for 15. So people just stopped going. It was like, okay, especially when the pandemic happened, they were getting money. And then when they were giving incentives, they're like, their incentives ain't nothing. I don't care. So they
was giving people $500.
So these business owners were losing money, and they realized, they're like, oh man, we can't lose any money. Maybe we should raise, because they did what Henry Ford did. He's the one that gave $5 an hour, and people were flocking and never were late for work. And they realized that now that, hey, you know what? Maybe we should take care of our people so they can take care of us.
Ford? You've been watching
Tashawna,
How Cars Build America. I've been watching that over and over again. How's the car built? Oh my God. How men build America, the machines that build America, the cars that build America.
You never watched the History Channel?
Jared.
Look, my grandfather grew me up on that.
I love
That's that. All they watch.
I fall asleep to the History Channel. Mm-hmm. And it's just poor. Oh my God. How cars, they tell it. And just for the record, Mercedes was actually named after the owner's, the creator's daughter. So when they get mad and they be like, you named your daughter after a car, the original concept, the car was named
after a woman.
After a daughter. After the man's daughter. Yeah. I thought that was interesting. A white man's daughter. Not black.
Because they got that joke. They'd be like, they always name their kids a place, something that they couldn't have. Like Paris, Mercedes.
No, when he created it, when he thought of the car, he said, the only thing that I want is it to be named Mercedes, my daughter's name.
Yeah, but that's
most cars that are created are named after whoever created them.
Yeah.
Which, it just was. But Cars Who Build America, Jaron, we gotta just have a History Channel day. Yeah. Like, I'm obsessed. I've been watching it forever. I mean, I was hooked on World War II stuff, Hitler, how he became to be. Not that because how did this one man managed to almost take over the entire world?
With Germany, he's not even German. He was from Austria.
What did he do? And just that process of brainwashing people and manipulation and how he did it, it's good that people do it now, over and over again. But if you study him and how he did it, it's easy. So, So I'm obsessed with the History Channel. But the Cars, that's how I think he got that. Henry Ford,
No, I've been new to this though. I've been hip to Henry Ford for a minute.
I fall asleep to Frasier.
It's a Frasier.
I like Frasier. I used to love Frasier.
I do the
make sitcoms. He don't know what Frasier is.
I know what Frasier
No,
Like
is.
3.
We're only a few years apart, Jern.
Still, you don't know what Frasier
I
is.
do. My aunt liked the Frasier.
What about the show about nothing? Remember that? Seinfeld.
Seinfeld? Dun,
Oh, wow.
The
All right.
show about nothing.
About nothing.
All right, wait, but look. I fall asleep to Bob's Burgers. I love me some Bob's Burgers.
Ooh!
Look.
Do you know the Thanksgiving song?
Yeah.
Pass the cranberry sauce. We have mashed
That's in that
potato.
movie?
Oh my God, it's Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
So the
They
white
always sing all the
sings
time.
these crazy songs.
It's a movie.
No,
that they
the
sing.
kids do it too.
He said no. Look, he offended. He like,
Yeah,
no, the kids do it too.
Because look what Tina can do with her hands. Look what Tina
Yeah,
can do
and
with
then
her
the dad's all annoyed by
hands.
it.
You are watching.
No, the dad does
You're
it too.
crazy.
Remember, he had his garden,
Like,
and he
we
was
are-
like, "Oh, I love my garden."
What is this?
It's Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. But you know,
Listen,
the creators of Bob's Burgers made another show on Apple TV Plus called Central Park. That show's really good.
oh, with the dogs.
No, not with the dogs. It's just about people who live around Central Park.
Oh, I gotta watch
Lord.
it.
So you are watching us and our craziness about Bob's Burger.
Yeah.
Politics with the Princess on WJZZ Cool
TV, the coolest radio station in the world. And again, you are streaming from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and you can stream us from all social media sites. And again, if you have not already, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And again, you are watching Politics with the Princess on WJZZ, the coolest radio station in the world.
So
You
we'll
wrote that
talk about.
coolest out, didn't
Like,
you?
he
Yeah, I had
like
to.
me. I just let him just go.
Woo! I
What
should
is
change my day
coming
job.
up next for LGBT Detroit? Any events coming up? Anything for us to look for?
There are some major things coming up.
Got a lot of things in the
A
works.
lot of things coming up. We're going to be doing some anti-stigma work, making sure that we, reduce the amount of stigma around HIV.
Oh, I like that.
We have, again, Cold as Hell is coming up. We're going to start planning for that.
I just love the name, Cold as Hell.
Hotter than July, cold as hell.
But yeah, Cold as Hell.
Hotter than July it was announced that next year we will have a concert
Woo!
as the flagship event for Hotter Than July next year.
Oh, I wish I could sing.
Hey, and we're looking for any up and
Maybe me
coming
and Johnny
artists.
can rap.
Hey, I can really rap. You know what I'm saying? I had to see what you got in the booth, Tashawna. I take this. I'm playing.
A concert. Oh, that's
Concert.
gonna be great because you already have that big stage up there anyway.
Yeah, but this will be a concert at an arena.
Definitely. And too, I want to
Got a
mention.
caller.
Oh, we have a caller. Did we accept the caller?
Yes, accept.
Welcome to Politics with the Princess.
Hey, Tashawna, Jan, and Jonathan. This is Batanji.
Hey,
Just stopping in to
Prataji,
say
how
hi.
are you?
How you doing? What up,
I'm
though?
good.
Prataji, maybe you can answer the question. Could you name somebody who helped you get where?
You?
Or, you can't
Tashawna
be me.
Gill.
Name somebody. Thank you. Yeah, so we're trying to figure out why people are scared to shout that out too. Who helped them get where? Who helped
Yeah,
them get
name an
No,
individual
people
that's.
are.
Yeah. So
I'm
we just want you to name an individual that's been real impactful in your life.
The Facebook post.
You know my
from
mom,
the
Tashawna.
huh?
My mother, Tashawna.
Yeah. Her mother is amazing.
Shout out to your mom. Shout out to Tashawna.
And you know what, Jonathan? You were very impactful to my life when I met you.
Oh,
I bet
You weren't
never
afraid to
would've
tell
known
me
that.
about
look at that.
your
Oh.
thing.
I see his face. He about to cry.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? You really just touched me, and you know what? I really needed that comment. Because I was good. I had some alright energy, but you just put me through the roof. So shout out to you. Hey, you know what? And I'm about to pass off that same energy
So,
today.
but
I'm gonna
you're in
highlight
a-
everybody.
Hold on. She works in a school system. You guys are back at work, right?
Yeah, I'm back at work.
How is it with the COVID-19?
You know what? I stay prayerful. I keep the kids safe. I make sure the kids have their mask on, that we're hand sanitization with the kids, and just staying safe and staying 6 foot.
Okay. Question: if a kid is not, do parents have to report if their kids are sick or not feeling well to the school?
They should. They're supposed to.
They should, but do they have to?
They should.
They should. Because I read somewhere where they really don't have to.
What's that?
If your kid
We
is
can't
not
give the
feeling
names
good,
of the students that's sick,
Were they? Oh.
but it's good to know.
They don't
It's
have
the
to
HIPAA law.
test.
the kids still can come to school.
So what age group of kids are you teaching?
I work with elementary.
With
Can
elementary?
they send them home
Mhm.
if they? Like,
Can you guys send them home if they're like feel sick, if they look sick, if they act sick? Like,
Yes, we have a
what's the
nurse.
protocol?
We actually have an RN on staff.
Okay.
And that's the only person that can send them home.
The principal.
Principal. Dang.
Right.
But for the most part, your school's been safe. They haven't had any outbreaks.
Yes, we haven't had any outbreaks or anything. We're safe.
That's
Well,
good.
God,
That's good.
that's great. You know
What-
what I'm saying?
That means y'all doing y'all
Because
job
all the
then.
Renaissance, you hear about the Renaissance, was it basketball team?
Nah.
Look it up. The whole team
Mm.
is in
Where?
quarantine. Renaissance
The
High
whole
School.
team.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Outer
High
Drive.
School. Yeah.
That's
I'm about
crazy.
to go back and look at that.
Look it up for us, Johnny.
Yeah,
really quick.
let me look at it.
The
right
Renaissance
now.
High School basketball team. It was something up with that one. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, their whole team was kind of
Wow.
out and couldn't play. The boys team. This is the Renaissance basketball team in COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Renaissance COVID outbreak. Let's
I'm about
see.
to look it up.
So, COVID-19 outbreak reported among football players. It's the football players at Detroit Renaissance.
Wow.
Yep, 7 days ago.
Oh.
Yeah, it sure was.
I'm about to look it up now.
I didn't think they were.
You
allowed
guys have a good
contact
weekend.
You know, we've
Again.
been brought back contact sports.
Ooh.
You have a great weekend. And, she has an amazing event coming up on September the 25th. You will see that on my Facebook as well. Could you tell us the title of it, please?
It is Autism Community Awareness Day. So we want to bring awareness to the community about how to handle children with not just autism but special needs. There was a big incident at a school where a young man that had autism got beat up. So
Yeah.
I really want to bring awareness, and we want to start doing peer mentoring and coaching regular ed kids that these incidents are not happening in our schools.
And it is
Or
on
anywhere.
5 Mile, right? Where is it? 5 Mile and...
It's 5 Mile and Middle Belt.
5
So it's
Mile
on
and
5
Middle
Mile and Middle Belt.
And what's the name of the place? It's
My game room.
My Game Room. And it's popcorn machine. It's like food. It's fun. It's blow up stuff. It's like, it's a good...
Now, if you do not already, please add me on Facebook and send me that invite because I want to be there personally. My little brother is on the spectrum, and he deals with a lot of underlying health issues as well. So he's
we have resources there.
Yeah,
And I'll
special
go in
ed.
and I'll tag you in the post, Jonathan.
Yeah,
Kids,
special
and
ed.
she's good at it.
Yeah, he was special ed from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, and he spent 2 years after 12th grade just so he can be there. And he didn't even receive a high school diploma. He received a a certificate of completion. So he tried to,
right.
And again, we are getting close to it, but I want to. He tried to go to college,
take
right?
your time.
Yeah. So none of us thought that he would want to go to college, right? So not me, not his mom, or not his teachers. He himself applied for college.
Really?
Yeah, he wanted to go with his peers. He wanted to continue.
He wanted to continue.
Yeah, and this is crazy, and it made me cry, and I may even tear up just talking about it. He wanted to become. He still actively wants to become a special ed teacher so he can and honestly, like, he has dealt with all these issues and you wouldn't be able to know. And so he wants to be able to give back to he wants to give back, but unfortunately he can't even go to college because he has a
No, we're gonna work on some. We're working on some
it's
things
ways
right now.
around
Me and my business partner.
There's ways around
So
it.
we're working on some things right now
Yeah, so
to figure out how they can get higher education. Because my son, he'll be there. He's written 2 books, so he's also going to do his book signing. So both of his books will be for sale.
So right now, what he's doing is he is involved in like really community groups and health groups where they got him in different programs where he can continue his education, and he gets little certificates. But that's how we're continue to keep him active, so he's not always dwelling like, oh man. And it's crazy because even since COVID happened, like I said, he has a lot of underlying issues, especially with his lungs. He can't even be able to participate in those groups now.
Because of COVID.
Yeah, it definitely.
I didn't
So
know
bring
that.
him out. Bring him out on the 25th, and anyone else that may want to contribute or help.
Yep. Hey, make sure you add me on Facebook. Send me the invite. I'm gonna invite everybody. I'm gonna make sure that we can.
I'm going to do that now.
This.
So
and then
y'all have no.
Then I need to talk.
What'd you say? I'm
then
sorry.
I need to talk to. I want to talk to Jen offline. See if we can get some sponsorship for students that may not have the money to get a book. So, but we'll talk offline.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for calling though. That was definitely
okay. Thank you.
Moment.
I'm going to continue listening. You guys have a great weekend. See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you. So
thanks. Bye.
Upcoming events this weekend. I saw a lot of them over the weekend. We have one tomorrow. Mm-hmm. United Precinct Delegates in our office. We're kicking off our Cupcakes and Candidates series. First up, we have Mary Waters, who's running for City Council at large. Mm-hmm. It's hosted by Michelle Broden, who's a precinct delegate. Because we don't endorse, but our members, we pay for our members' events. And we host our members' events and give them a space to, create and do all that stuff. So she's hosting Mary Waters tomorrow at 18441 West McNichols. It starts at 4 or 4:30. I think it's on my Facebook. I don't know.
That's the office on 6 Mile in Southfield?
6 Mile in Southfield. Yeah. We would like you to RSVP to keep account because of COVID. So that's tomorrow, Saturday. Anything coming up next for LGBT Detroit?
Well, of course, brother to brother lockdown continues on September 16th. That's a Thursday at 8 p.m. You can catch us live on Facebook at LGBT Detroit.
Yeah, and then
what's in your world, Johnny? Because he's been traveling.
Oh yeah,
I saw him at the Renaissance eating a big leg.
You know that turkey leg, fried turkey legs. Oh, I miss good fried turkey leg. No, but yeah. So if you have never heard of the Motor City Pride Parade, we're having a march. So
this weekend?
It's on the 19th, not this weekend. Next weekend. So yeah, they're hosting that. It's gonna be a march. So they've asked LGBT Detroit and LGBT Detroit Mobilization to participate. So
so question, not to cut you off, but I'm cutting you off. Well, no. Will y'all be marching in the parade?
Yes.
LGBT Detroit.
Yes.
Will you guys be wearing your own T-shirts? Or
yes, we're wearing our own T-shirts.
So do we want to gather people to march with us?
And that's what I was getting to before you really cut me off. So we got 20 spaces available. Of course, we would like anybody and everybody.
We got more than 20. Can we just march separately? Like 20 here, space, 20 there because of COVID.
As long as we all 6 feet apart. But yes, we're gonna be marching from a desert.
Like say it's 20 here, space, 20 here, space, 20.
Yeah, so again, I gotta let Motor City. Yeah, I gotta get the approval from Motor City from the Motor City Parade because again that we're just partaking. We're not the organizers behind. That proxy. Oh. Oh man.
I ain't marched and walked and out. Let's do it.
I'm ready, and I love to march because I was doing the fun piece. We was marching every weekend, every Friday, to ensure that we can get some money allocated towards peace, and not just towards the police stations, but community organizations such as like Ceasefire, Fun Peace, and other organizations that are on the ground doing the work. We want to basically amplify and give them the resources that they need to continue to do their work. But that's outside of the Motor City Parade. Again, if you want to partake, we gonna put it everything.
Put it on Facebook. And
yeah. We
gonna email y'all and we gonna text y'all and ask y'all to join us with our.
We gonna send out the form. Make sure that you RSVP.
We about to get you a lot of people, Jaron. You already know.
Hey, yes, and let us know your shirt size, because we have a ton of shirts available.
We gonna put that on the link. Don't worry.
You know what I'm saying? We got small to XXX.
We gonna put that on the link. So thank you for watching Politics with the Princess. We gotta go start organizing. When is this?
Oh, so this is on the 19th.
Oh, that's like right around the corner.
7 days from now. No, 9 days from now. Sorry.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all set here. We about to listen to our little music and then watch y'all just play out. We don't know where we're going.